Hello everyone, my name is Julia Rivera and this year I have the pleasure to present the Honorary Awards of the Universidad de Lleida. As you all may know, one of the most relevant candidates for this year's Honorary Award is Leonardo DiCaprio in recognition of his contribution to the preservation of the environment, and I'll be presenting some of his greatest relevant works concerning the planet health. So this is not his second statuette from the Academy Awards, but it is now for an honoris causa for his contributions as an environmental activist. He's improving by leaps and bounds. Just joking. This is the outline I'll be following today. First of all, a brief history through his most important contributions in terms of improving the health of the biosphere. Then I'll be continuing with an explanation of some of these most important works and contributions. And finally, a forecast, according to DiCaprio himself, regarding the climate change. Most of you know Leonardo DiCaprio for being a famous award-winning actor, but he also has played an important role with many Planet Earth foundations concerning the climate change. Let's have a look through the history of his most relevant contributions. His work starts at the end of the 90s, in 1998, with the creation of his own foundation, Leonardo DiCaprio Foundation. A few years later, in 2007, he produces and narrates his own documentary, The 11th Hour. Also, between 2010 and 2015, he donates $21 million to the conservation of species and oceans. In 2016, he filmed another documentary, Before the Flood. A year later, in 2017, he organized the People's Climate March. And finally, in 2018, Environment Now joins with the Leonardo DiCaprio Foundation. Now we'll carry on with a brief explanation of the contributions the Universidad de Lleida considers especially relevant for the Honoris Causa Award. In the first place, the two documentary film projects, Before the Flood and The 11th Hour, both in association with National Geographic, due to the public's acceptance and awareness about climate change. In addition, the university also considers that it was DiCaprio himself who launched his own production company, Appian Way, and there he wrote, produced, and narrated the 11th Hour documentary. In the second place, the university also considers relevant his multimillionaire contributions to the conservation of species and oceans, especially to expand an innovative tiger conservation project in Nepal and some other endangered species. If you take a look at the picture, here we have an example of a protected species by many organizations in which DiCaprio contributed. In this case, this is a vaquita. It's a marine mammal which is critically endangered. To end with, the university also focuses on a relevant speech DiCaprio made in 2016 as he addressed to delegated and leaders of the world to make them aware of the climate change. In that speech, he especially mentioned that this is not about telling people to change their light bulbs or to buy a hybrid car. This disaster has grown beyond the choices that individuals make. So it's now about our industries and governments around the world taking decisive large-scale actions. And in conclusion, solving this crisis is not a question of politics, it's a question of survival. Here we have some references. And thank you all for attending me, and I hope you all have enjoyed my speech.